Hey, let's go ahead and get some messages from our spirit guides, angels, and ancestors. Spirit, please show me what is the most important messages that the collective needs to hear right now. We've got discovering your life purpose. What is it that you're supposed to do here on this earth? This is all about, I knew I was going to see the sexuality card. What gets you fired up? What gets you excited? What is it that you're most passionate about? I think for a lot of you, you are going to figure out what that is. Number 29. Oh, I opened it right up to it. Wow. Okay. Discover your life purpose. Start asking yourself, what is the meaning of your life? As a soul who is having a physical experience, you are here to grow and learn. You are being asked to immerse yourself in this life by expanding, stretching, and understanding your reasons for being here. Nothing is impossible for a soul who is following her or his destiny. Your guides, angels, and higher self are constantly communicating with you through signs, feelings, people, books, etc. Follow your hunches. You are being given important guidance, which may show up via a strong feeling or travel somewhere. To speak to someone, attend a seminar, write, paint, etc. No matter how far-fetched your inner guidance is, you need to listen. Your soul's purpose includes a combination of experiences that your mind doesn't understand, but that your soul needs to process to learn and grow. Some of these experiences will be enjoyable and heightened. Others will be challenging and cause you to struggle, but through them you will know yourself. Give yourself permission to focus on what really makes your heart sing and put your intensity of emotion into attracting what you desire. So this really is about discovering your life purpose, discovering why you're here. For some of you, this is, discovering the meaning of life and then sharing it across, all channels to all people. We're all conduits for spirit. But I feel like, you've been getting these little puzzle pieces in front of you. And it's like, I see survivors of some type of trauma, suicide awareness, all of those, or, suicide or whatever. And then they go into teaching others how they went through the experience and how they got through it. Like Mothers Against Drunk Driving, instead of being one of the statistics, they turned around and created a cause for it, a law. So it didn't go in vain. Okay, Spirit. So what else? What else do you want to say about discovering their life purpose? What is this about? Discovering their life purpose. Okay, to the sea. So just going with the flow. What else do we have about discovering their life purpose? Holy crap, that's a lot of cards. Chaos and conflict, no place like home, exchanging gifts here and now, and coming to the edge. One more card. Why? Whew. I think for a lot of you, it's about you needing to take a leap of faith into a direction, and a direction that no longer has anything to do with chaos or conflict. Like you shouldn't have to fight. For a lot of you, you could be in like a position at home at work where you always feel like you're having to fight and you're never getting paid what you deserve. And there's a reason for that. And it's not their fault. Like we put the blame on them. Oh, they don't see my value. They don't see my worth. They're not supposed to. We put that on other people. We want to be cherished and it's like, you're not supposed to. So it's asking you to really move out of your comfort zone so that you can experience what this new experience is trying to open up for you. And I feel like for a lot of you, you've been putting it on the back burner. You see how it's like hanging up, right? It's like, oh, I'll do it later. I'll start that business later. I'll go on that journey later. But later never comes. The difference between a dream and a goal is a date, and it's time for you to share your gifts. Sharing your gifts with others. Going on that journey. So I do feel like for some of you, there are new opportunities that are opening up for you. And it's going to make you feel funny. There's a fear that comes along with going off on your own, but it's like, don't follow the crowd. They're lost. Maybe for some of you, it's time for you to, like work from home and write a book. Maybe it's time for you to move so that you can go to a new community because you've already experienced everything where you are. You want new experiences, you got to open up your world. I feel like you guys are like that egg being, ready to be cracked open, but it's like, you're afraid of like sharing your gifts with others. But this is what you're supposed to be doing. And it's really asking you to, take that leap of faith. Believe in yourself. Trust in God, universe, spirit, whatever it is that you believe in. Quit putting yourself and your creativity and what you really want to do. Stop giving your power away to outside sources. Stop, building other people's empires. Building other people's dreams. What about your dreams? For some of you, you're like, well, I'll start that when I get to this level. And it's like, start now. There's no time like the present. We have all systems go in the planets. Like it's everything's direct till the end of May. And then we go back into retrogrades. We've been in retrograde since November of last year where nobody could get started on everything. Anything. It was like you try to start a relationship, it flounders. You try to start a job, it flounders. You think you're going this way, it flounders. It's like you're constantly getting the rug pulled out. Well, this is the time right now where you can plant those seeds of intentions. It doesn't mean like quit your job tomorrow and, go. I mean, for some of you, yeah, for others of you, no. And maybe for some of you, your life purpose is to become a mother. I see that childlike energy here. You want to be a stay-at-home mom, and that is a job. That's a job of so many. I was a single mom and I didn't have a choice. I still had to, be home and do all these things with the kids and I mean, and then on top of it, work and all this other stuff. And it's like, but for those of you who have a partner and you can stay home with your kids, like I definitely suggest doing so. Some of you guys are going to become a mom. Like I just see that egg hatching and voila. Maybe a little girl for some of you. You're finding out you're having a little girl. And you're looking up their book of instructions. Schedule a reading with me. I do what's called the child's book of instructions. How am I going to do this? Reading up all these self-help books of like, okay, well, what it's like to be a mother. Because of the, what you went through with maybe your own family when you were growing up. But everybody's got a different life purpose. For some of you, this is about business. For some of you, your life purpose is to become a parent. For others of you, your life purpose is to still go out and try and find it. But my suggestion is, regardless, step into it. Don't be afraid. Step into it. I think you'll really be glad you did. And you're going to learn a lot of new things along the way. I'm going to let you guys end here. Like, share, and subscribe. It does help my channel grow. Comment, even if it's just an emoji. Let me know how this reading resonates with you. I love you guys all so much. We'll chat again soon. Take care.